Hello, welcome to the first lesson of Human Services 252, and this is a warming up, getting started type lesson that will require significant effort on your part. I want this lesson to be an overview of the types of material and readings and topics we will spend the next 15 weeks looking at. So in this lesson, you will be exposed to some statistical information about current drug use, a review of addiction, what addiction is, how it changes your brain chemistry. We'll be looking at a survey published by Columbia that looks at the attitudes and perceptions and social norms teenagers in America have towards drug use and abuse, and how they perceive their parents viewing drug use as well as their friends. For the Columbia publication, I'm not asking you to read the entire document, although it appears to be a long document of over 50 pages, but there's lots of charts and graphs, and I would like you to read the entire document, but it's not mandatory. I do want you to look at the material inside the document, especially the charts and graphs and outcomes, and find out how teenagers perceive drug use and abuse and addiction in modern times. There is a longer document called the Blueprint that's specific to Southwest Virginia. The blueprint was published several years ago, so it's beginning to show its age, but it does a really good job of identifying need and risk factors for substance use and abuse dependence in Southwest Virginia, making recommendations in terms of how the community should address these needs, and to talk about possible prevention efforts. Unfortunately, the organization that put this blueprint together is no longer active, the best that I know of, but the document lives on. So please take a few minutes to look at this document, and I am requesting everyone to read this document. Again, it's specific to Southwest Virginia. It appears long, but it really is not that long, relatively speaking. It's important for the community that you live in, and it will give you a much greater perspective about our Appalachian region of the state. You have a couple of discussion boards to include, a discussion board syllabus question and answer, as well as a discussion board that's based on your readings, and an audio interview I'm asking everyone to listen to. Those of you who might be baseball fans will remember Dwight Gooden, who was a pitcher for the New York Mets in the 90s. And Dwight Gooden was also in the public eye as a cocaine user and womanizer during that time as well, someone who just struggled with drugs and sex and money during the decade. And Alec Baldwin, yes, the movie star, the actor, actually has a public radio interview show in New York City that he interviews all kinds of celebrities. And in 2013, I believe it was, Alec Baldwin interviewed Dwight Gooden about his new book at that time. And Alec Baldwin is also a recovering addict that many people do not know. So this was an extremely interesting conversation between two addicts in recovery. And pay attention to this, to not only Dwight's narrative about his drug use, but also his childhood, the trauma that occurred in his childhood, and this nexus of uncontrolled behavior and his struggles to stay clean, which is a long-term 15-year struggle, if not longer, 20-year struggle now to stay clean. Beginning the next lesson, we will start looking at our textbook, as well as talking about the tweak readings. If you have questions, please let me know. Take care.